So this should be the LifeLine PAVO 2000 lumen front light. Let's do an unboxing and see what it's like. Covering off the basics first, according to supply documentation, the PAVO light has modes of 2000, 1000, 500 and 250 lumens respectively. There's also a very powerful flashing mode which is activated by pressing the button and holding it for 3 seconds. A smart charger with a 120cm lead actually comes with the light, and it will charge the light in about 6 hours from flat. The manual doesn't actually make any comment as to whether a standard USB cable plugged into any other USB power supply will charge the light. When charged, the indicator light changes from red to blue, and unfortunately that is the only indication, with the exception of a flashing light when the light gets down to, I believe, 10%. So there's no other indication as to how charged the light is at any point. Equally, there's no indication of which mode you are in. The handlebar mount is designed to work on a 31.8mm tube and comes with a single rubber shim. That's quite stingy in my opinion, because most lights I've ever purchased have usually come with dozens of shims to allow you to fix to multiple tubes. I found it quite difficult to fit them out anywhere else other than on the widest part of my handlebars. And also another issue with the mount is that there is no lateral adjustment allowing you to change the direction of the light side to side. So you will find that if you're actually fitting it anywhere other than probably on the center of the handlebars, unless you have straight handlebars, you're going to struggle to mount it anywhere, because you won't be able to then compensate for the direction of the light by adjusting it on the mount. Adjustment of the mount, as I just said, is very limited. It's clamped down using Allen keys, which means any adjustment, including adjusting the level pointing up and down, you're going to have to actually use Allen keys to adjust it on the trail, which is another inconvenience, unfortunately. So with that said, let's check out the light in action. So for the purposes of these tests, I've set the camera to manual so that the camera doesn't start auto-compensating for the different light levels, to try and give as fair a comparison as possible. And I'm going to be comparing an older Lezyne 400 XL, which is a 400 lumen light, the Meteor Storm Lite LITE running on its maximum running power, which is 800 lumens, ignoring that boost, and the PAVO I'll try on all of its modes to give a comparison. So after a couple of days break, actually managed to get a chance to take this out on the road at night on some very dark country roads, and gave it a try. First of all, to cover off a few slight negatives about it, as mentioned earlier and as I suspected, the lack of adjustment on the actual bracket is a slight disappointment. A couple of times I would have liked to perhaps angle it slightly further down when in traffic, or lifted it up, and obviously that's not very easy on the road without stopping to get Allen keys and so on out. The modes work well. It starts off automatically, I believe, in mode 2, kind of one down from top, cycles down to the lowest mode, then goes back up to full brightness. That was easy enough to use using heavy gloves. In terms of the brightness, as you saw from the review videos, it is exceptionally bright. The very highest setting gives you loads of visibility in terms of other people seeing you. We had lots of cars on country roads stop early, probably because they thought we were a motorbike rather than a push bike. And also, one thing you get with the brighter lights, which isn't very obvious and people don't think about it, is having that extra brightness gives you the distance, which is a fairly obvious benefit, but the other thing it gives you is actually colour definition. So it's much easier to look at the road surface and not just see what's there, but also to see the colours, which if you're on the lookout for ice or grease on the road, dirt on the road and so on, that's a very useful thing to have. So having those extra few hundred lumens gives you a lot of colour definition in the area around you, and also the distance looking out ahead. So overall, for the price I paid, which I believe was about 45–50% off, I think I paid about £85 for this. Very good light, like it, nice quality, the machining looks good. No idea at the moment in terms of longevity, but I suspect from the general quality of the feel of it and the machining, it'll probably be okay from that point of view. But other than that, in terms of usage, great light. If you like it, hope you enjoyed the review. As usual, if you did enjoy this or like this, hit the like button, and if you'd like to see more of this sort of review and various other videos I do, then please subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.